Folks, Matt Zahab here from CryptoNews.com. We are still buzzing at Consensus 2024 in lovely Austin, Texas. Super pumped to be here with Adeniyi Abiodun, co-founder and chief product officer of the one and only Mysten Labs, and of course, what you guys know them as the SUI blockchain, the quickest blockchain of them all. Pumped to be with you again today, my friend. We had a blast on the podcast a couple months ago. To get the ball rolling, I'd love if you could give us a quick intro of Mysten Labs and SUI, and you got to tell us the Inception story, because that's one of the coolest in all of crypto as well.
Sure thing. Hey, I'm very pleased to be back on the show. Really, thank you so much for having us back. My name's Adeniyi Abiodun. I'm one of the co-founders of Mysten Labs. We are the team that were responsible for the Libra blockchain back in the days. So me and my co-founders were at Facebook working together on really cool technology, trying to get Libra, the blockchain, out. At that time, it was really one of the most advanced projects any one of us had worked on in our career. Building the team, Evan was one of the big innovators around LLVM, which is what runs most of your iPhones and every single device that you use. Is a big game changer and won a large computer science award as a result, the ACM Computer Science Award, the same one that some top computer scientists in the world actually have. Sam Blackshear, our CTO, he's one of the top engineers of Facebook. He actually invented the Move programming language. So Move was actually a brainchild of his. And once he left Facebook, we've been working on Move and improving it significantly since then, and I can go into some details there. George Anizes, interestingly, Facebook acquired George's company called Chainspace into Facebook to help build Libra, and George is our chief scientist. And finally, Costas. Costas is, for me, is one of the leading cryptographers in the world. The guy is so innovative, it's insane. A lot of the technology we built at Facebook on crypto was mostly led by Costas. And myself, I've been in crypto since 2011. I've been building in the Bitcoin space, built a large Bitcoin mining company. I sold that, and I went to enterprise blockchain space, launched blockchain for some top companies in the world. And Facebook came calling, went over to Facebook to help launch the Libra project, and that's where I met my co-founder. So the DNA of our company is real deep tech, big tech. We know how to build scalable systems. We do not build for 100,000 users. We build for billions of users. Everything we touch is about scale. And we're very excited about it. It's teams full of a lot of ex-Facebook Googlers, really strong team. We have about 75 PhDs in the company. In sense that I've probably got 10 applied cryptographers in the company as well. So it's a very deep, rolling deep team in terms of tech. But we're passionate about what we're doing. We're trying to build a technology that's applicable to your day-to-day life. So we always say SUI is not just a blockchain. It is a global coordination layer for digital assets all across the world. That's a much bigger mission than just a blockchain. And we've just 1% complete.
So cool. Now, building an L1 is no easy feat. We've seen a lot of people try and come out and do it. You sort of have these big dogs that have solidified themselves in the space. It's very difficult to take them out. You guys are killers, and you guys have done it in the most efficient way possible. Speed is the name of the game. Yeah. Scalability, technical innovations, efficiency. How did you guys create the literal fastest blockchain on the planet?
Yeah, I mean, when we left Facebook, we had the thought to just take what we've already built at Facebook and just market that and launched it. But if we recall, while we're at Facebook, we're trying to launch something out really, really quickly, with a lot of regulatory hurdles. We took some shortcuts to get to market in time as well. Ultimately, it was not built for the scale that we wanted for the world. The access model for Libra was going to be permissioned to a large extent. You go via VASPs or centralized exchanges, and then they engage with the blockchain. No blockchain in the world today, bar SUI, is designed to have millions, if not billions of users at the same time. So we went to the drawing board and started from scratch. Redesigned Consensus. In fact, we're already working on a Libra 2.0 back then, right? So redesigned Consensus. We wanted a consensus algorithm that allows us to basically scale beyond a single CPU. Everyone tries to scale using some element of like a CPU. Okay, the bigger the CPU, the faster the chain. But guess what? CPUs end up getting to a maximum size. What happens when, if you want to communicate across multiple machines, most consensus algorithms do not go multi-machine. So we created a multi-machine consensus algorithm. We redesigned storage for blockchains because it's actually one of the very slow parts. The fact that you have to Merkleize state. Every time you store data, you effectively have to create these very expensive proofs over and over again, and you basically fill the database with a lot of proofs, not a lot of data. And then we chose an object model for programming. So if you are a software engineer, you're used to effectively writing code with an object model in mind. So everything is an object, and as a result of that, we've allowed you to effectively take the model you used to writing code in Java, C, C++, Rust, and basically take those kind of paradigms directly into Sui and build like a normal engineer does. I think most programming languages make you think very differently, but Sui gives you the element of building real assets using an object model. And if you marry all that, you basically built a really scalable system. Because everything is an object, you basically can distinguish between something that has contention versus not. So I know I'm sending you $5 and he's sending someone else $20. Those two transactions have nothing to do with each other. On a traditional blockchain, they have no clue. So the entire database is locked every time you update. Sui doesn't have that. So we can process all transactions in parallel if they're not touching the same state. And the great thing about that is the more machines we add, the more transactions we can do per second. There is no maximum throughput for Sui. So that's really that risk we took in namely building a new chain from scratch, helped us build the fastest blockchain in the world. We started from the principle of, if we were to build this for Instagram, or we had to build this for Facebook, how would we do it? What is going to be the person on the other end going to ask us in regards to, hey, if I had to onboard 1 billion users, what's your scaling strategy? And most blockchains don't have a scaling strategy. It's normally an L2 or some sharding thing or some weird mechanics that doesn't really give you the concreteness of what we give. But I think our design is the way we feel is actually what's given us the advantage that we have today, and it's only going to get faster.
That's amazing. You guys just had an absolute banger of an event, one of the crypto conferences of the year in April 2024 this year, Sui Basecamp in the one and only Paris, France. At that conference, you guys also released your new games console called SUIplay0x1. Super cool. You got to tell us a little bit about that.
Sure thing. So SUIplay0x1 is effectively a desktop quality handheld gaming device that we think is going to revolutionize the world of gaming. And you notice I didn't say Web3 gaming, I said gaming as a whole. We think the world of choosing between Web2 and Web3 games is kind of silly. Games should just be fun. Yeah. And we're coming up with a device that is so powerful you can play your existing games on Epic or Steam, and also play your fun, new, wonderful Web3 games that have ownership. And the great thing about the 0x1 is you don't have to choose. And on top of that, you earn rewards on playing either a Web2 game or a Web3 game. The concept of ownership is introduced to you. There's no need for a wallet. It's all inbuilt. So there'll be frictionless ability to buy, trade, engage with in-game assets, merge, get rewards for if you're a gamer that does really well on one level or in one particular type of genre, maybe there'll be an incentive given by another publisher to get to play their game as well. So I think that kind of incentivization model is going to really change how gaming works. The console is something we're very passionate about, and we have had a ridiculous amount of interest from game studios. In fact, over 70 game studios have already signed up to Sui. Wow. And it's only going to keep rolling. And a great thing about it as well, it's other chains are welcome. Like if you are a Solana gamer, your Solana games will be playing on 0x1 too. They're easy to bridge the assets over one click and you're done.
Super cool.
Yeah.
You and I were chatting before this. You are a big deepen guy. It's one of the trendiest areas of crypto right now. Tons of really cool use cases. We spoke to some people at this conference. One guy in particular from Daba. They are using deepen to allow people to buy Wi-Fi routers and give Wi-Fi to the over 1 billion people in India. We love to see that. Had incredible guests on the podcast and in other crypto news ecosystems as well, not just Wi-Fi. Of course, you have the classic cars as well, gathering data and giving it back to the people. We love to see it. With that being said, what excites you so much about deepen?
Interestingly, I'm very interested about deepen. In fact, at Basecamp, we demonstrated the ability to send money on Sui without the internet connection, using a new type of technology and compression algorithm that we've created as a team. So we will be looking at that area of how do we launch a global ability for people to send money across the world without the internet connection. So unbanked, or whether you're just in a bad area with crappy connection, you should be able to send money regardless.
That's wild.
Separately from that, there's a project called Carrier One on Sui, and they're launching the ability to actually have a deepen-based SIM card directly on the chain, where you can use that for 2FA that can never be SIM swapped. So I think these are real use cases come to real people that solves real consumer-related problems. I would love to have 2FA and not have to worry about my carrier ever being switched out. This would be great for all of Web3 as a whole. They're building some other amazing things I can't go into, but like I'm telling you, I think deepen is going to be huge for the world. And I think it's a new model of how you build out infrastructure at scale. And I think allowing everyone to participate is only going to create new opportunities as a whole.
Well said. Last question here. What kind of updates can you give us? I know you guys are shipping at an absolutely absurd, insane amount.
Yeah.
Any new product launches, ships that you guys got coming up over the next couple of weeks, months?
Two things. We just recently demonstrated that we're just releasing a Consensus 2.0. So our SUI is already the fastest, lowest latency chain in the industry. But we're about to cut down latency by another 80%. So we're already sub-second. The SUI is about to cut latency down by another 80%. So the transaction finalizes faster than the website loads, essentially in SUI, no matter what kind of transaction you're trading in. The other thing as well is we're going to be launching support for passkeys. So not only can you sign into SUI using your Google account, your Facebook account, whatever account you want, even with private keys and whatever you want, you'd also be able to do native 2FA on-chain, where you could sign with a passkey or sign with a Google account or sign with a private key and sign with a passkey as well. So we think that native support is going to be available on the chain level. So every app in the ecosystem can support native 2FA to bring more security to the ecosystem as well. I think consumer protection is an area we really care about, and the SUI wallet is going to be upgraded as well to add these features. So you effectively will get warnings on malicious websites and warnings on malicious packages as well to try and protect consumers.
Adeniyi, the one and only, dropping knowledge bombs left, right, and center. Always a treat having him on. Folks, do go check out Mysten. Do go check out SUI. You guys know where to find him. As always, we will include everything in all the posts. And of course, give Crypt News a follow as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this content. We'll keep pushing it out for you. Talk to you guys soon.
Thank you.
Mate, well done. All world. Thank you very much. I'll grab that one.